Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel. First of all, check out the damage, that is beyond insane. And let me talk about his abilities, his rotation. He is a really powerful character in my opinion. To be really quick, he is an excel character. He is poison immune. He has a lot of regeneration with the poisons that he has on himself and willpower, and he is extremely suicide friendly. He has ton of damage potential. He has some utility with some synergies, the armor break you saw there. It is not very strong damage to increase damage, but against champions like Killmonger or Emma Frost it could be extremely useful. And this synergy is with Venom the Duck and Man Thing, so they're both really good characters themselves, so that's good. Now let me explain how he works. So as you saw, we went for the SP3. For longer fights, I do believe it's better to just start with SP3. That enhances your aura. And now you wanna go for SP2 to get the said aura. You want to be really close to SP3 before you launch that, and ideally you want to build a special attack before that as well and not get hit by Starlord like I did that. But he is a character very much like Omega Red, who requires to be really aggressive cooperation from AI, but he is better for longer fights than Omega Red. He is not as good in shorter fights, so he will have a lot of use in the future. But as you saw, we got the SP2, and so far you would probably be underwhelmed by the damage and you'd think that how is this guy even going to solo Starlord here. But now we have the acid burn going, and you can see we are doing some pretty decent damage. And wait for a while, let me get another acid burn off with this special 2, and you can get up to 4. The damage at 4 is just insane, like you probably saw in the intro. That's 4 acid burn, that's 4 auras, and then the SP3 is just like 25,000 per tick. Crazy damage. And as you get more auras, you start stacking the poisons more quickly, more time in acid burn. This is a phase where you when the opponent has acid burn, you are completely unblockable, which is really great. You see the thing with the fist kind of thing icon besides the poison from the whenever that runs out, you gain 1 poison, and the only other way to get poison is by using SP1. So I was talking about adapting, and it's about how many poisons you have. You don't want them to fall off. You don't want it's fine even if they fall off and you are at SP1. It's fine, you can just launch it, and it's not like your auras are not going to immediately drop, but then they are on a timer and it's just risky. So you're going to see we are using some SP1s. Better to be safe here in a longer fight, and whenever you have enough poisons, you can go for SP2. And when you have 4 of the auras, then you should probably switch to going for SP3, because that does the crazy damage. If you have 4 auras and you go for SP3, then that's the jackpot damage, few seconds of damage. And while acid burn, you are still doing some pretty decent damage, and you constantly have to use SP1. So when I saw this rotation, I saw I thought he would not be a suicide friendly character, right? Because he would probably take too much recoil damage. But as you can see, we have used a lot of SP1s, we have used a lot of SP2s, but still we are looking pretty healthy. And that's the thing, because of the poisons that we have on ourselves, because of willpower healing, we are going to regenerate a lot throughout the fight. It makes him really sustainable and suicide friendly. And now as you can see, we have 4 auras, and we have at this point you are in a really good place. You're going to see the Starlord dropping really quickly. You keep on using SP1 so that you have poison, and it's just really safe. But I was trying to get enough poison so that I can safely get to my SP3, and after that get back to SP1 before my poison run out. So that is what I'm going to try here. Acid burns kicks in, we are unblockable also really helps with the hit thing, like you get enough hits, you get a poison anyways. But here is the tricky part. This is where this fight started to go wrong, and it is still a solo, but it's not what I wanted. So I probably should have sticked to the 4 auras and SP1s and stuff, but he's not in a mood to throw his SP2, and I've just lost all 4 of my auras, and all the ramp up that I've done so far is gone. It's not a huge deal. Like, after I made this special, he still doesn't want to throw it, and like he takes a while to throw this special too. And this can always happen. Like, Labyrinth AI is supposed to be aggressive. You can, like, this can happen to you in Alliance War against a boss or something. He was technically built up to fight Doom bosses, I've heard, because he has like petrify, so Doom won't get unblockable, and he does do a lot of damage and stuff. But if you get in this kind of situation where like Doom is really close to his 3, especially with Mystic Dispersion and everything, it can get problematic for this guy, because, like, again, it's very similar to how Omega Red works. You want the opponent to be close to you, want to be aggressive, and that can be tricky, and especially in longer fights like Labyrinth Abyss. It's because it is really long. At some point the defense, like AI, will get a little bit defensive. We're going to lose the auras and stuff. So at this point we have won, but still, like, acid burned while it's active, we're doing some solid damage. And the actual physical hits this guy does are pretty weak. You like, if you are fighting a poison immune character, you can still go for SP3s and do some decent acid burn damage. I will be uploading a Realm of Legend clear with this guy, and that will include, of course, characters like Vision and Captain Marvel, which are poison immune. So you just go for your SP3, the acid burn will do the usual damage, but he is not great for poison immune fights. So that is all I have for you today. We will be shortly finishing off this fight, and that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching, have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel for more content, like this video, share with your alliance, stay safe, and bye bye.